Melanie Peake, get to know the siblings.
Who is the better kid?
Oh.
Who's the better kid?
Talent.
But sometimes we had to be separated, like the girls had to sit in the back
yeah.
and I had to sit in the front.
Yeah. Just the fact that you don't eat chocolate anymore is astonishing to me. Like I have chocolate every day.
All right. Okay, here we are. We are back with another episode of Conversations with Kirk. Today, conversing with Melanie Peake. And what a lot of people don't know is that we are actually brother and sister. Mm-hmm. Right? That comes up a lot. They're like, what? Wait a minute. You guys are related? And we work in the same industry. We're in the same office. And outside of real estate, we spend a lot of time together. But when we're actually like in the office, we're not like, because we don't work together. You've got your own office and thing going on, and I got mine. So yeah, I can see how people, if they weren't around us all the time, they really wouldn't know. But so we're going to get into it today in terms of what it's like to be working in the real estate business, also how we got into it, how we grew up, how that shaped our lives and what we do today. So it's going to be exciting. Get to know the siblings. Yeah.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Okay, well, thank you. Yes.
So what was it like growing up on a farm?
Growing up on the farm was an amazing experience. We were pretty lucky. We grew up in almost the same house. We grew up in a smaller house up until I was...
Well, I was only 2.
Yeah, so I would have been 5-ish. And yeah, then our parents built a house.
Yeah.
And so that was really fun place to be. And yeah, we did a lot together as a family.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things that I always remember about where we grew up was the community, the Spondon community.
Yes.
And all the neighbors, and we were far apart. Our nearest neighbor was almost 2 miles away. So, but they got together a lot, real sense of community. If you ever needed anything, they were there. I just remember, people would stop by. Yeah. So that definitely was cool. But we were remote, like.
Yes.
The nearest town was 30 miles, and the bus ride was long.
It was long. Yeah, we left the house by it was 7:30, 7:45 every morning, and then we were home by 4:30. Yeah. Every day.
Long. We spent so much time on the bus.
Yes.
We got to know our other people on the bus. So, yes, but growing up on the farm, I think obviously teaches a lot of responsibility because of just things that we're having to help with and deal with. Like there wasn't a lot of just sitting around and trying to find something to do.
Yeah, basically we get home from the bus. We would change into our work clothes. You would immediately go outside and find dad and mom and work on whatever machinery that you were working on or head out to the field and do whatever it was you were doing, seeding.
And then you would start whipping up some cookies or cakes or dinner.
Yeah, my sister and I, so it was kind of neat. We all had our roles, but we were in charge of making the meals. We did a ton of baking. We are expert bakers in our family. And my sister and I did a lot of dancing. So we danced since we were 3. And so making up meals and
entertaining ourselves.
Yeah. But for me, I happened to be a girl who grew up on a farm. I wasn't really a farm girl. I knew that I wouldn't marry a farmer or be in that farming lifestyle. Not because I didn't like it, but it's just just not who I am. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You weren't out working with the cattle or running the tractors or doing
I'd
that
help
stuff.
Chase them on those days where we had to chase cows, but wasn't on my list.
Yeah, for sure.
So from the farm, how did you get into real estate?
I got into it first, and our parents, they decided to retire from farming and move away from the Hannah and Spawning community up to Red Deer. And then they got into real estate, and so when I finished university, I had got into real estate as well as I didn't really know what I was going to do, and got into it, and 25 years later, here I am. What was your path like to get? Because you haven't been as long as me, but you've still been in it now for quite a few years.
Yeah, Jason and I moved to the island. It was I moved in 99, Jason moved in 97. And so we lived out here on our own for 10 years, which was a really neat way to be in your 20s here on the island. And and then I worked for an internet company for 15 years, which I absolutely loved. It was an amazing experience for me. And then I actually remember the night, I don't know if you remember, but you and I were sitting in your backyard.
Okay.
And we were having a conversation, and I was just about to turn 40, and we were just chatting about, life, and you had said, you should get your real estate license. You'd be great at it. Get along with people, and so then I started thinking about it, and I was like, actually that might be a really neat shift for me in a career at the age of 40, kind of lots of life experience.
And you were working in sales already, so you were good. You knew that you could sell. That's a skill.
I liked working with people.
That's a learned skill that not everybody has, and I definitely recognize that in you. So that ability to be able to help.
And what I love the most about working in real estate is my previous career. I worked with a lot of people, but they were in LA, New York, San Fran, lots of advertisers and agencies, which was amazing for that time of my life. But here now, working in real estate, you get to work one-on-one with people. You get to know them on a way more personal level, and that's the best part.
It's very rewarding.
Yeah.
And challenging at the same time. For that reason.
As brother and sister, are there some things that you think are similar about the two of you?
Similar between us?
Well, we both, growing up on the farm, I think we both have that work ethic. We're up early, there's not really any sitting around.
No. Well, both our parents are fairly calm and level-headed.
Yes.
And so I think that we both get that as well. We do have patience, but it's I heard the term of this a while, aggressive patience, where it's okay, well, we'll hear what you have to say, but we know what's next. You can, I don't know how to explain it, but it is we have that ability where it's, where you can have, be caring and compassionate without, and still provide guidance at the same time, maybe.
For sure.
We're going to talk about sports. What does sports mean to you? Why is that important to you?
Well, I personally like competition. I believe in competition. I think you learn a lot from being involved in sports and having to deal with adversity. So that, I think, is a lot of kind of what made me who I am too, is just involvement in sports. And then also being able to figure out how to work with others, right?
Yeah.
Because we were always on team sports.
Yep. Yeah, we were.
And so we were very involved with sports growing up, and then our kids both we got hockey, baseball, softball.
Yeah.
Same thing on your side.
Yeah. Because I played baseball, basketball, loved going to all my sports, and then danced all the way through. And and I think it's important for kids these days too to have something that they're very passionate about and learn from their coaches and learn how to be a better team member and friend. And
what I like too is when you are a parent of an athlete, you spend a lot of time with the other parents.
Yeah,
you get to know them, and there's so much fun we had together, fundraising, working together, traveling, and build some really close relationships.
Yeah, those are our best friends for sure.
Long-term bonds.
And it's been fun being a baseball mom and hockey mom in the stands, and Jason's coached baseball for as long as we've lived here.
Right.
So
he coached before he even had kids.
He did.
Yeah. He's super involved.
Yeah, he did all the way. And I love it. I'm usually sitting there, I got my laptop going, and I usually have 100 things going on at once, but I'm always there. I always try to make time to be at the kids' games. And
we're transitioning to rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So do you prefer to watch live hockey or baseball?
Are we talking about my kids or just general?
Professional sports?
Yeah, so let's start professional.
Okay, professional. My best thing about going to those events is the music, because I'm a dancer and I love music.
Okay. So you don't really care unless there's music?
I really like baseball because you're out in the open, and they're both fun.
I like baseball because it's generally warmer there, and the hot dogs. I always just want a ballpark hot dog.
Are you early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Early.
Yeah, for sure. So we're like our mom. Our mom's I go to bed really early and I wake up very early.
What time are you waking up these days?
I try for 5.
Okay.
I just like the quiet mornings, and then like to get a workout in and get on with my day. I do work as soon as I wake up.
That's it. You wake up and then you're just like,
And it's go time.
work. I'm not starting work that early. But I get up at 5, but I'm up and I'm usually either going for a run, a walk, or to the gym.
Right.
And then I'm home, eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Right. Who is the better kid?
Oh.
Who's the better kid?
Yeah.
Well, I definitely looked up to you. You had to keep me in line.
Yeah, like,
Better? We didn't really get in trouble,
yeah,
though.
like, and when you live 30 kilometers out of town, like, I don't know, we drove in the same car, like.
We spent a lot of time
like
together.
I got my
but-
license first and we were in and out of town.
But sometimes we had to be separated. Like the girls had to sit in the
Well,
back
yeah.
and I had to sit in the front.
Yeah. Yes.
So there was some conflict. But it's better. I don't think either of us were better or worse than the other.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. Our parents might have a different answer.
Right.
Who is more competitive?
I don't know. I think we're both fairly competitive with sports, but like I don't recall being really competitive with you per se.
No.
It was more just like in sports in general, and
Yeah, you definitely have a competitive drive. Like it doesn't come across just right when someone would first meet you, but once you get to know you, like there's some drive behind what you're doing.
One word to describe each other.
okay, I have a good one for you.
Okay.
Driven, you're like set your goals and just the fact that you don't eat chocolate anymore is astonishing to me. Like we are such chocoholics, our
It's
family.
the hardest thing.
I just
Yep.
I have chocolate every day. I love it.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not 100% off chocolate, but for the moment, well, right now I am for another
Right.
30 days. But
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I love
So
it.
you can
It tastes so good. My word for you is kind.
ah
And I don't think this is something that everybody says. She is so nice, like just kind, but also fierce because it's like, and like I said before, like there is a drive behind. So, but you're helpful, you're patient. There's a difference between being nice and being kind. You are kind. Not that you're not nice, but not.
Yeah.
That came across the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind.
Yeah.
Kind.
and don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah.
Favorite restaurant in Parksville?
I love sushi, and so from Sushi Ichi, we specifically love the Parksville roll with
Yeah.
tuna. Oh,
And it's not on the menu,
no,
so you need to know,
you know
like
what?
locals.
I think that was started with my crew, my previous work crew, when we would go in
Yeah.
there together. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's the best.
if you haven't
It's
yet,
really
order
good.
the Parksville roll from Sushi Ichi. Yeah. I think my go-to, and it depends, like, because Extreme Eats, I love their
Yes.
like their burgers and fries and like deep fry, like good, and it's not the healthiest, but so if I'm eating clean, I'm probably going to Cedars and getting a steak.
Yeah, Cedars is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening in the real estate market right now?
Real
Keep it
estate-
short, one word. Painful.
Please elaborate.
Yeah.
2026 has not met people's expectations
Yes.
to what they were hoping for.
Yes.
And that in navigating through that with clients, especially on the seller side, is challenging right now. In the Parksville Qualicum market, we have the steady inflow of people because of the lifestyle and the climate where we're at. And people just keep coming.
Yeah.
And they can push pause for a month or two,
Yeah.
but then life goes on.
Right.
And so we see this, it kind of comes and goes in waves.
Common thing I hear is we've been visiting here for the last 20 years and we're finally moving here.
Yeah. All right. So now we get to the point, Walper Wisdom, where I share something that I feel is wise through the week. This week it is stop looking for flow, look for the friction. And I will tell you that I used to be a go with the flow guy. Like if it was like just go with it's easier, just go with the flow. But once I stopped doing that and looking for friction, because the growth happens when it's hard. And so if there isn't some element of discomfort and hardness,
Yeah.
I'm just not growing.
You're not growing. Right.
Right.
I'm going to bring in my dad's little saying. So
Yeah.
he used to tell us, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yes.
So I say that to my kids all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, like whatever you're doing, like do it with intent, do it as best as you can. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
One other thing that often pops into my mind from Dad used to say, and when we were working, would be, make sure you always walk with a hop in your step. Like look like you're excited to be here and do this. Like have a little energy and enthusiasm.
Yeah. Try to bring joy to whatever it is you're doing. And
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. So we're just wrapping up here. And I think that one of the biggest benefits of having a sibling and working with someone that I get along with so well is just being able to bounce ideas off and knowing that like there's a trust factor there and trying to work through challenges. So that is fantastic. I think you can't get that same connection with anyone else, especially with family. So that's been awesome. And I definitely appreciate you coming and being here. And now more people will know that yes, we are siblings, brother and sister. And though we don't work together, we do a lot of work together, like just in terms of sharing and supporting each other.
Yeah,
and
very
then
much.
and outside of the office, our family's close.
Well, it's kind of neat. Every once in a while, we'll do a deal together. It's actually not very often, but he'll have a listing and I'll have a buyer, just kind of random, and that's always fun.
Yeah,
we get to
absolutely
do a deal together.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all those things. Thank you.